knitted sewers and crafters. With summer just around the corner, I wanted to share a list of 10 short sleeve tee patterns that are my top picks for knitting this summer. I hope this episode inspires you and sparks some fresh ideas for your summer knitting projects. I was looking for timeless, somewhat minimal designs, though I also included a few with a bit more flair, perfect for special occasions or a late summer night dinner date. I've picked a variety of styles that differ in construction methods, knitting techniques, and yarn weights, and I've also made sure not to feature more than one pattern from the same designer. For this episode, I'm skipping collared or button shirts. I'll save those for another time. And no camisoles or sleeveless tops either. Today is all about short sleeve tees. Without further ado, let's start the show. And the show will start with what I'm wearing right now. But just to clarify, this top won't be part of my 2025 10 summer tees selection. I knitted it back in 2023, and it's the Cannes tee. That's spelled Cannes, like the city in France. The pattern is by the French yarn brand Bergère de France. Please forgive my French. And it was featured in issue 191 of the Knitter magazine. The recommended yarn, Bergère de France Lin Coton, a fingering weight blend of 70% organic cotton and 30% French linen, 160 meters per 50 gram ball. The design has an airy feel thanks to the decorative open work and drop stitch panels. I used yarn in colors must have, 100% mercerized cotton in color 004 Birch, and I use about 6 50 gram skeins. I did have to order extra yarn, which came from a different dye lot, but thankfully I can't tell the difference at all. It's knitted bottom up in pieces. The back, front, and sleeves are worked flat separately, then seamed and joined to finish knitting the yoke part in the round. I knitted size 2. The pattern includes 4 sizes, 1 through 4. The pattern gauge is 27 stitches and 33 rows over stockinette stitch on 3mm needles. My gauge is 23 stitches and 36 rows. I'll admit I didn't swatch. I really wish I had though. Overall, I'd rate this pattern 5 out of 5. It's certainly clearly and concisely written, and it's a beautiful design. The only modification I made was unintentional. I accidentally knitted the neckline in knit stitches instead of finishing it with purl rows. The only thing I change is that I should have swatched. Then I would have known to make the smallest size or adjust the stitch count. The fit ended up a bit too large for me, but honestly, it's not a big deal. I began knitting this top in September 2023 and completed it in November 2023. The first top on my 2025 summer tee list is the All Summer Tee by Natalia Litvanova. The suggested yarn is Filter Fill Rustic, 65% cotton, 25% viscose, 10% linen. The yarn weight is worsted, and the gauge is 19 stitches by 27 rows. The needle size is US 6 or 4mm. The available sizes are from small to 3XL, and the pattern price is $8. This pattern is very similar to tee number 1 by My Favorite Things Knitwear, but tee number 1 is knit at a much finer gauge, which is why I decided to include here the All Summer Tee to have a large gauge project that can hopefully knit up faster. Next is the Cumulus Tee by Petite Knit. The suggested yarn is Knitting for Olive Pure Silk, 100% silk. The yarn weight is light fingering. The gauge is 28 stitches by 40 rows. The needle size is US 2.5 or 3mm. The available pattern sizes are extra small through 3XL, and the pattern price is approximately $7.61 US dollars. This is a very popular pattern with over 5,000 projects on Ravelry. It has a rounded V-neck, elbow-length sleeves, which I love, and I-cord edge finishing on all edges. It's knitted top-down seamlessly in the round. I chose it for its easy minimal look. It's beautifully lightweight and delicate thanks to the fine gauge, which definitely requires some patience to knit. But the result is so effortless and stunning. It gives off that perfect easy Sunday sipping coffee, strolling through the market kind of vibe, and it seems like it will keep you cool on those hot summer days. Next is the Nitty Committee top by Lily-Kate France. The suggested yarn is Yarnart Baby Cotton, 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, which makes for a very washing machine friendly yarn. The yarn weight is fingering. The gauge is 26 stitches and 37 rows. The needle size is US 2.5 or 3 millimeter. And the sizes available, it looks like there are 4, and they would fit bust size ranging from 48 inches to 62 inches. The pattern price is £7.50 British pounds, or that's approximately $10.15 US dollars. I love that this pattern comes in 3 versions: short sleeve, long sleeve, and a sort of very cute feminine puff sleeve. Unlike the previous 2 tees, the Nitty Committee is a slim-fitting top and includes waist shaping and optional bust darts, which can create a very flattering silhouette. This tee features a crew neck and includes 2 edging options: detailed rib, seen in the red sample, and simple 2x2 rib, as shown in the green sample. It's knitted seamlessly, top down, and has a beautifully tailored fit with thoughtful detailing. Number 4 is the Avenue Tee by Tori Yu. The suggested yarn is Explorer Knits plus Fibers linen sock, 80% wool, 20% linen. The yarn weight is fingering. The gauge is 24 stitches and 33 rows. The needle size is US 4 or 3.5 millimeters. The sizes available are for finished bust circumference from 32 inches to 64 inches. The pattern price is $9 US dollars. The Avenue Tee by Tori Yu is a classic top-down tee knit in stockinette stitch with some positive ease but not too oversized. It's essentially the hand-knit version of a store-bought t-shirt. Truly timeless. The pattern includes both a V-neck and a crew neck option, which is a plus, 2-in-1. And judging by the schematic included on the Avenue Tees Ravelry page, I think the pattern is likely to be professionally written and well presented. The next 2 patterns I'm going to feature are free patterns. The first one is the Summer Sweater by Courtney Kelly. The suggested yarn is Kelborn Woolens Mojave, 60% cotton, 40% linen. The yarn weight is DK. The gauge is 23.5 stitches and 33 rows. The needle size is US 5 or 3.75 millimeter. The sizes available are for finished bust circumference 38.25 to 66 inches. And the pattern is free. I included the summer sweater in my list because it is both pretty and summery and it has unique construction. The summer sweater has lovely sleeve details, and even though the sleeves are knitted in lace, the overall design still feels minimal and modern. On Ravelry, I saw some beautiful projects. Some had interesting modifications. One had the sleeves knitted in stockinette, another knitter used a completely different stitch pattern for the sleeves, and it made it more modern. There's definitely a lot of room to explore and let your creativity shine using this free pattern. If I end up making it, I'll probably modify the neckline to be a bit wider and deeper, something closer to an off-the-shoulder style, and maybe crop the body slightly. I might also go with 3/4 sleeves. The second free pattern is 65/6 lace top with short sleeves by Drops Design. The suggested yarn is Garn Studio Drops Saffron, 100% cotton. It's a sport weight yarn. The gauge is 24 stitches and 32 rows. The needle size is US 2.5 or 3mm. The sizes available are extra small to large, and this is a free pattern. It's a very feminine over lace pattern. It features a fairly wide neckline with a drawstring that ties at the front. The upper portion of the tee is flowy with some ease, and then it cinches at the waist with deep 2x2 ribbing. It looks like it's knitted bottom up, and the body and the sleeves are started separately, after which they're joined to finish the yoke portion in the round. Most of my yarn stash is fingering weight, but I do have some Drops Bell, which is a sport weight yarn. I also have some Drops Saffron on the way from Linda Hobby. Plus, I've never made anything that it's entirely lace before, so maybe I should seriously consider making this top. Number 7 is the Summer Sorrel by Wool and Pine. The suggested yarn is Hello Stella Fibers, Basic Stella Sock, 80% wool, 20% nylon. The yarn weight is fingering. The gauge is 24 stitches, 32 rows. Needle size is US 5 or 3.75mm, and the sizes available are for bust circumference from 34 inches to 68 inches. The pattern price is $8.75 US dollars. This is a circular yoke top, and it's knitted top down seamlessly in the round. What makes this pattern stand out is the beautiful braid detail on the yoke. It adds just the right amount of visual interest without feeling too busy. In fact, the design is so tasteful and minimal that it even looks amazing in variegated yarns. The photos of the sample pieces are stunning. The vibrant colors, the variegated yarn, the bright flowers in the background picking up tones from the tees, and the models themselves, everything is just beautiful. It all comes together in such an eye-catching, visually harmonious way. I love it. I wanted to include a colorwork pattern, so number 8 is the Rumble Raglan by Lydia Morrow. The suggested yarn is Indie Yarn Club Happy Feet Merino Sock and King Fiber Dashing Fingering, which both are 100% merino wool yarns. The yarn weight is fingering. The gauge is 28 stitches and 28 rows. The needle size is US 5 or 3.75mm, and the sizes available are UK sizes 4 to 34, which is equivalent to US sizes 2 to 32, and the pattern price is 15 British pounds or approximately $8.75 US dollars. This colorwork pattern looks modern and geometric, and the colors are so vibrant. The design feels fresh and contemporary. It will also be so much fun picking out the yarns. As the pattern suggests, merino wool or other springy yarns would be ideal, since the garment is knitted with negative ease. That makes this top best suited for cooler summer nights, but the Rumble Raglan is the perfect excuse to try out some indie dyed or hand dyed yarns that I sometimes feel a bit hesitant to use. The photographs are stunning. I just love how the model's hair matches the blue in the blue, red, and cream sample. It's such a fun and cohesive look. And of course her lipstick perfectly matches the red in the sample. And that pale pinkish lavender skirt she's wearing, such a cool and unexpected combination. The designer's use of color is amazing. Her sense of color and the way she puts combinations together is truly inspiring. It also looks like the pattern would be really well written, completed with a schematic showing all the size measurements. Next is the Campanula Tee by Anna Herman Sorensen. The suggested yarn is BC Garn Summer in Cashmere, 90% cotton, 10% cashmere. The yarn weight is Sport. The gauge is 30 stitches and 30 rows, and the needle size is US 1.5 or 2.5 millimeter. Tiny stitches. The sizes available are 1 through 12, should be approximately equivalent to US 2 to 38, and the pattern price is approximately $9.17. This tee is sweet and feminine, and the rib design is truly timeless. I love the delicate curly edges, so charming. It would look amazing as a long sleeve version too. And last but not least, one more free summer pattern. The Floreali Top by Amanita Agata Makiewicz. The suggested yarn is Hobby Rainbow Bamboo, 60% rayon and 40% cotton. The yarn weight is Sport. The gauge is 24 stitches and 32 rows. The needle size is US 4 or 3.5 millimeter, and the sizes available are 1 through 9, which should be equivalent to US 2 through 32, and the pattern price is free. The keyhole detail at the back is so cute. The pattern features a lace and cable motif at the center back, adding a touch of elegance and charm with just a hint of sexiness. It's also a great opportunity to experiment with different stitch patterns or motifs if you want to customize it. The design includes a folded hem, positive ease, and it's worked seamlessly from the top down in one piece. The 10 patterns in this episode weren't ranked in any particular order. I'm not saying one is better than the others. They're just some of my current favorites on Ravelry. I definitely won't have time to knit them all this summer, but I'm hoping to finish one or two, and maybe they'll even become go-to pieces in my summer wardrobe. I hope you found some inspiration for your summer knitting in this medley of designs, yarns, and colors, and hopefully you found a pattern that's perfect match for a yarn in your stash. Let me know which one you're making. Happy knitting!